What's going on in housing market in Greenville, North Carolina? Is September 2025.
We're doing this video for you now, but we actually have a new format that we're going to start doing these videos, and I'm very excited to give you the same information, but in a new way. So, it's exciting. So let's just jump into it.
Exactly. Therefore, we wanted to really dive into what's going on in Greenville and really what we understood.
Let's start with the numbers, then we'll go into the findings.
Exactly. Therefore, we have active listing of 76 in the month of July that we finished, and the number of the house that went under the contract or pending homes or contingent, there were 96, and the sold homes, there were 95 homes that we have in months of July. And this has put us at what the inventory rate?
0.8% in inventory.
8 months.
0.8 months of supply,
Exactly.
which really shows you that the market has really started to balance out. There's a lot of competition with pricing in the past 30 days, and with those 282, the market seems like there's more velocity and there's more diverse housing options across all of the sections. That's why we're doing this in a slightly different way. Do you want to add anything else with the 0.8?
Therefore, currently, actually, based off this 0.8 months, you can understand that this is a really tight inventory for us in Greenville, North Carolina. Actually, this is indicating that is in some way is in the home seller favor, the market condition that we have.
We told you inventory rate before, if it's 0 to 3 months, that's a seller's market, and it has jumped right back into that information. We're not saying that the prices have increased yet, but we have seen the houses have moved in this past month, and that's really fascinating.
Another thing that we wanted to actually mention, if you remember, we said we had 96 homes under the contract and 95 homes sold in the area, and this tightness, the closeness of these two numbers actually indicate that there are stronger buyers' demands or home buyers' demand is in the market, and this is really important for you if you're home buyers to know that.
We're going to go into days on market and so much more after our introduction, but first let's do our introduction. Let's hit it. Now talk to me about the days on market.
Now that we came back from this short break, we wanted to talk also about how fast the market is moving. The days on the market, or the times that really take a house get listed in the market and get it sold, is in average was 52.1 days in Greenville, North Carolina. However, the median average days on the market was just 24 days. What it means, what it indicates that?
Well, it basically indicates that properties are moving quickly. The difference between the average and the median means that some are going with extended long periods and pulling higher prices, higher averages, while the majority of well-priced homes are still selling rapidly. So if you price your home right, it will sell at the right numbers. And
this extended that we said between 24 to 52 is exactly the explanation that my wife said they need the longer marketing.
Now let me do the price. Okay, now let's talk about median list price, and then you can tell me what the meanings are. Now, median list price is $270,000 this month. The median sold price was $248,000. The list to sold ratio in all of the MLS was 98.1%. What does this mean?
Exactly. Now, this list to sale ratio 98.1, what it means indicates that minimal price concession, because many of the buyers are asking about, what about concession? What can I get from this?
They're getting some,
house?
but they're getting
some, but it's very minimal because we are close to 100%. Therefore, this is really reflecting a very competitive housing market for buyers in the market, and that means also the houses that comes to market, they actually go under the contract close to the price that the sellers or home seller are asking for.
Now, with the $22,000 between median list and median sold is giving us that there is some variation on property conditions, and negotiation is happening based on those conditions of home, because $22,000 does indicate that there is a stronger bargaining area there.
Which probably is going to fit to that 2% or 1.9% that we were talking about in list ratio. And the next thing we wanted to talk about is really pricing per square feet in Greenville, North Carolina, and what is the analysis with that we need to pay attention. What is that?
Can you tell me the numbers?
Therefore, overall median price per square feet for whole Greenville, North Carolina is $155.26. And when we're going to construction type, meaning that we break it down to brand new construction and existing home or pre-owned home, then the numbers is a little bit looking different, meaning that for brand new construction we are looking at $162.20 per square feet, and for existing home we are looking at $151.34. What it is means.
Well, basically that $11 difference can reflect very modern amenities, if energy efficiency, contemporary designs, modern choices that people are choosing. So there is reasons why people will go to new construction over existing homes, and that is just something to talk about. Now let's talk about by property type. Now, single family homes have the premium price. Of course they do, because they have a larger lot size, they have more privacy, you don't have any neighbors on both sides. But you do have other options in our market now. We have townhomes, because townhomes are a growing segment, a very growing segment, because it's basically your mid-tier of pricing where you're going to get your amenities, but you're also going to get some sort of, some sort of modernity too. And then also condos can be very affordable with the options.
Exactly. Therefore, now we wanted to talk about also the construction type analysis, meaning that we wanted to look at the percentage of the market share. Now, for brand new construction, we had 40 houses in the market, or 40 properties if you are investors, that meaning that 14.2% of the market share really belongs to this brand new construction. And the median price for this brand new construction, I mean, we are talking about all type of homes for Greenville. We are talking about townhouses and a single family home. This looked like 276,200. And average days on the market for brand new construction, which is mix of townhouse and single family home, comes to 6.7 days.
Now, new construction is going to require longer build time, so it means the longer marketing period, because it hasn't been built, and it's hard for a lot of people to imagine a home when you're just looking at dirt. So, and then also there's coordination and timeline, so there's a little bit more longevity with new construction. Now let's talk about existing homes. Existing homes. There was 242, which is 85.8% of the market. The median list price was $256,450, and the average days on market for all existing, including townhomes and condos, was 39.8. Now, existing, of course, dominates. They can sell quicker. People can see themselves in this home right away. So you can see median occupancy, established neighborhoods. So you're getting a lot of bang for your dollar when you're buying existing homes.
Now, if you wanted to break down all of these houses based off the categories, if you look at just focus on the single family home, the total listing in Greenville, North Carolina was 175 homes, and the active was 49 homes and 62 under the contract or contingent or pending if you see it online, and 55 homes sold. And the median price for all these houses was $320,000, and average days on the market was 44 days. And definitely this segment, which is single family home, is actually represent the largest market share in Greenville, North Carolina, and definitely comes with the premium pricing due to the privacy, of course, yard space, and typically larger square footage.
Now, townhomes are a growing one, and this is why we've kind of changed up our entire system. There was 80 listings in our market now, so there's quite an established. 18 active ones, 30 pending, 29 recently sold. The median list price for all townhomes, brand new and existing, were $199,945. Now, the average days on market is 72. Again, it can include new, but this is a nice middle ground where people are looking for a little bit more modern amenities. You're getting that, 2-floor situation, but it is way more affordable than single family homes. Now, you are getting neighbors on one or both sides depending on which one you buy.
Exactly. And now the last category that we wanted to talk about is the condominium. The total listing was 21 homes. Active of the listing was 6. The house under the contract was 3, and the number of sold was 9, and the median price, which was more affordable, was $165,000, and the average days on the market 52 days. And of course, the condominium offer the most affordable in the market, and that could be appealing even to the first-time home buyers or investors in the market.
Now, when we talked about before with the 0.8 months of supply, I'm going to go back to that now when we're talking about trends. So that low inventory that we're now seeing is obviously due to demand, showing price stability. Quick sales obviously always happen, but the significant presence of that new construction homes, 14.2, means that there's a lot of development, a lot of activity, and a lot of confidence in this area's future. So however, the longer marketing time for new construction suggests that people are being a little bit more selective, which means we have different housing depending on different types of needs. Single family homes come with the highest price, of course, and then townhomes do come with a lot. It's very active right now. Talk about, want to do the market segment?
Exactly. Therefore, we wanted to also talk about the comparative market context in whole Pitt County.
What does that mean? It means that we are still a city here. Where do we serve?
Exactly. Therefore, here we are serving in Pitt County, North Carolina, with Greenville actually the center hub for this, and benefiting of course, East Carolina University, regional healthcare facility like ECU that used to be widened healthcare, and the institutional stability support the consistent housing demand in Greenville, North Carolina, across the multiple buyers and multiple categories of the buyers in the market.
Now let's talk about, there is a strong we should always stick to our fundamentals when it comes to supply and demand. The strong list to sale ratio indicates that there is price discipline among sellers. People are listening to their agents, which is a good thing, and there is competition with buyers. Now let's talk about, for sellers, for buyers, what would you say for them?
Definitely. If you're a home seller, definitely price it competitively, and we're saying that the margin of the 5% from the comparable sales that realtor, real estate agent, professional offering, that could be really way that you can get the top dollar. Expect the quick sales is under the 30 days if you are well priced houses, if you have your listing is well priced, and definitely don't forget to stage and do those professional photography and make sure that you represented the best way that you can do in the market, because that matters to all the home buyers, that they see your house online and they want to see it in person.
Now, if you're a buyer and you're looking at these inventory and you're saying, but I thought I had time, I thought I had options. We do have options, but we need to be ready for our competition that might come back. Why is the competition coming back? Interest rates are dropping. Let's think about this. So it's really important to, talk to us. We can tell you who we think is the best person that might help you to get yourself pre-approved. And if you are really looking for value, maybe that single family home isn't in your option. A lot of people are now choosing townhomes. If you are stuck on, I want a single family home, we have to pay for that, and that's amazing too, but we need to know our numbers. That is really what we're saying. We have to know our numbers that's coming back.
And if you are the investors, definitely monitor new construction development for future subprime impacts, because you wanted to know that. And of course, condominium could be the cheapest, as we said, 165. That was the median
to get you in
for the rental property. And also focus on property if you are not interested on condominium on the property that's under 250,000, because that is the strongest demand segment in Greenville, North Carolina.
Now, basically, we're going to end with talking about, yes, sellers still have to be competitive because this is new. Everything is changing again. But we do have a lot of resilience in Greenville. We have a lot of potential growth in our area. We have a lot of diverse economic conditions in our area. We have a consistent population growth. So this is all the reasons why it's very important to be a qualified buyer and to make sure that our sellers are being reasonable. And if we have all of this together, this real estate transaction that you really want, it's going to happen.
At the end, don't forget to call us, Alan Victoria Peanut Real Estate Agent Professionals in Greenville, North Carolina, to help you. Don't forget to look at all of our playlists here, and push that subscribe button and ring the bell and write us a comment. We'd love to connect with you, and see you next time.